If you were to ask me one of my hottest takes, easily, it would be that the majority of teachers are not misunderstood or simply underpaid. I honestly don't care when I say this. I'm gonna say it. A lot of teachers are the stereotype. They are just really rude. They are unfair. And even if it is the fact that their personal lives just suck, don't take it out on us students. I specifically think this for elementary and middle because in high school I noticed a lot more chill teachers. Elementary and middle school teachers do have more restrictions, but they don't have to be assholes because of it. Today, I'm going to be going through some of the worst teachers I've ever come across. But hold on just a sec. The title is clickbait you. I'm not just going to be talking about teachers, but any school staff that I found annoying. This could be principals, schoolyard supervisors. No one is safe. Let's jump straight into the one person I remember the most out of any of these guys. Her name was Miss Widow. My IRL friends who grew up with me watching this video already know this one by heart. So, she was a supervisor during recess who, for one, never smiled. I think I saw her smile once, but in general, she was never in a good mood. She gained infamy amongst the kids because she specifically patrolled the climbers. Now, I won't deny that we did dangerous shit on the climbers all the time, even though we knew that we were doing and what we were doing and never got hurt. But she got us in trouble for just stupid shit, like not even dangerous stuff. I remember I got told to not go down the slide too fast. I don't think I was in control of that, okay? But my biggest memory from her easily is when I asked her, can I go on top of the monkey bars? Because that made you ultra cool if you could get on top of the monkey bars. She said, straight to my face, yes. So I go on top. I shit you not, dude. She walked over to me like a robot and just stared straight ahead, repeating, get off. Get off. In that exact tone. I thought she was looking at someone else because she wore sunglasses. It was fucking weird, man. I was convinced she was some AI. But she grew so infamous amongst the kids that everyone made really bullshit rumors surrounding her. The most popular was that she apparently straight up choked a kid out. But for the cream of the crop to Miss Widow's status, somehow people figured out where she lived. And it's just down the street from my house. I don't know who connected those dots, but they did. I don't know if she lives there anymore, because if she does, she definitely does not cut her grass. But there's Miss Widow for you. Next one is a principal, and her name was Miss Alexander. I used to be much more harsh on her, but she honestly was a kind enough person when you would just talk to her. The reason she's here is because she introduced some of the most horse shit rules that my school had ever seen. She created the infamous back of the yard rule, which was you couldn't go to the back of the back fence anymore because apparently you couldn't hear the bell. You can hear it down the fucking block! She also made this rule where you couldn't go on the benches, like at all. I have no clue why, but easily the dumbest rule she ever made was the gate rule. Basically, during winter, and pretty much like the whole season, half the gates to the school would be locked for the whole day. Everyone had one way to go in, like 500 students and their parents. She also cracked down on field trips, but that wasn't all her fault, just regulations. As I said, she wasn't a rude person herself, but she wasn't smart with her choices. She also came into power after Principal Wilkins. Wilkins is honestly the best principal I've ever had in a school. He saw every side to the story and always made sure justice was correctly served. Miss Alexander did not. And for some foreshadowing, my school would be hit with an even worse principal after her that made me wish she was back. But we'll save her for later. Next teacher, I actually forgot her name because I just hated her so much. She was an assistant teacher for the main teacher whose name was Mr. Murray. I have a complicated history with Mr. Murray. I'll be honest, if this was 4th grade me, he 100% would be in this video. I didn't like him at all when I first got into 4th grade. But as time moved on, I started to like him a lot more, and fuck it, he's probably one of the best teachers I've ever had. I've always had the same opinion on the education system, and he actually agrees with me. He straight up said it out loud in class. Anyways, I also had 5th grade with him, but not him. rather the fuck-ass student teacher we had to deal with. She was everything I don't like about teachers, okay? Really boring personality. She felt like a teacher and no one else. She never let us do anything remotely fun and had subtle tactics to make sure you were doing your work. She'd come up to you, explain something, and she would just fucking stay there for like 20 seconds. It was so awkward. Every free period we had, she turned it into something we had to work on. Fuck you, student teacher. Luckily, the year got cut short due to COVID. Okay, so now we're entering grade 6. I've already explained previously how grade 6 was a rough fucking year in my other videos, and to coincide with that, we have 4 people to talk about, starting with the teacher herself, which we'll call her Miss Opal. I don't know whether to blame her for this year or not, but the thing is that Miss Opal had only ever taught younger grades before, and this time she was teaching middle schoolers. She just really wasn't suitable for middle school. She still treated us like we were much dumber, littler children, despite it being middle school where you're supposed to dip your toes into more real world stuff. We weren't allowed to discuss anything remotely serious. And when I say that, I don't mean dark humor jokes. Like, if we were just discussing a real world topic that wasn't sunshine or rainbows, we would be shut down. She also blamed every soccer for every recess problem. Like, soccer could get heated, but literally everything was a soccer problem to her. She was definitely biased towards the girls in her class. Like, they would sit out of gym and other activities, and she wouldn't bat an eye. And also, everything we learned that specific year was so boring. I can't comprehend it. That is the only year where I stopped caring if I was gonna fail or not, because you couldn't make me give a shit. Our next 3 people were all supervisors, starting with none other than Miss M. So now, I'm gonna give her some credit. I agree with her nowadays that her class was louder than fucking like a rocket ship at times. I remember days where I couldn't hear a thing, but she was still an asshole. She's targeted me and Nemesis a lot. Like, we were always singled out from everyone, even if we didn't do anything. She got better over time, and definitely in grade 7. But as the year went on, literally everyone turned on her more and more. But that's all for Miss M. Next one, we'll call her Miss G. She did not get better. I don't have anything specific to say other than she just got people in trouble for dumb reasons. Like, Nemesis got in trouble at recess for throwing a calculator in the air. Why? Last guy, I don't know his name. He supervised once, and we were actually hella quiet this whole lunch. Like, deadass, I'm not exaggerating. This cuck just walks in from time to time and says, "I can hear you guys down from the office." No, the fuck you can't. Literally all I have to say for him. Now we're gonna fast forward to grade 8, where a brand new principal came in, and we're finally free of Miss Alexander's reign. And I wish we weren't. Her name was Miss Burns. The fact that she shares a last name with Mr. Burns from The Simpsons is enough of a red flag. So straight off the bat, she virtually made every Miss Alexander rule much worse. For example, one of the first things she did was cut down all the fucking bushes and forestry near the fences. The thing is that is history gone. Me and my friends specifically had like 5 forts throughout the bushes, and they were all gone, everything. She was just plain rude to people. Like, I was in the office a lot in grade 8, and you can tell she loves talking down to people. She completely cracked down on all field trips. Like, people from my old school rarely go on field trips anymore. She really made sure to lock all the gates. She was always giving people a hard time. Fuck her, man. I'm lucky I had to only spend a year with her. My little sister, not so much, though. So, now we're getting into high school. There was a teacher I was gonna put in this video, but I haven't finished a full semester with them, so I can't give full thoughts, unfortunately. I already explained stuff like Mr. Murray, and so, yeah. But just know that they're probably the worst high school teacher I've had. But anyways, I have 2 people for this one. First off was a replacement for my grade 9 French teacher, because I think she got pregnant or something. I forget. But we'll call this guy Mr. Hank. So my actual French teacher, her name was Miss B, and she was honestly such a good teacher. I actually learned French for the first time. Like, I became basically fluent for a period in time. But Mr. Hank was just not. he was weirdly strict and always targeted me. Like a girl threw a paper airplane at me because we were fooling around and he went to yell at her and he literally went, Ian, stop. He fucking shifted all the blame to me. But also, he was just boring. Luckily, though, I kind of never listened to him, so it didn't matter that much. Thank God that Miss B came back, and she also came back during a time where I was extremely depressed, so that helped a lot. So the next teacher came in the following semester, and he was my math teacher. His name was Mr. Dearden. Okay, so on the first day, he walked in with a man bun and glasses and introduced himself as someone who likes paddling in Dungeons and Dragons. Dude, I just got a super awful feeling just from that, and I was right. First of all, dude taught me the wrong shit. I almost failed a test because he taught me wrong. The assistant teacher had to explain to me everything I learned incorrectly. He also just fucking despised phones. You couldn't have your phone out at all, and he would take people's phones often. He did that to me all the time. But in his defense, he wasn't even supposed to be teaching our class, and also he was 40% of the problem during math class. I got the stupidest fucking people in my math class. The fucking class average was like 42%, and on the first day, my group relied on ChatGPT to answer a question. It was so cooked from there on. Anyways, there are some of the worst teachers I've experienced. But anyways, yeah, good talk.